Well, hello there, everyone. It's Liam Carlson here with another episode of the X-Files. It's episode number 9 of Season 2. It's been a roller coaster season. It's been amazing. And that last episode was just truly phenomenal. I thought that episode 6 was gonna, I thought it was going to take the crown. Obviously, there was a lot more episodes to go, but I didn't imagine, a couple of episodes later, I'd be changing my mind in terms of, okay, well, so-and-so is the best episode this season so far, so yeah. You never know, this could be the best episode, but it has, I think with episode 8, it has such a high bar because that was just really phenomenal storytelling and it was just very gripping all the way through. So yeah, I'm guessing the status quo will resume. Something that even with Scully being present before she was abducted, it wasn't really present, obviously, given Gillian's situation in real life. We did see her out in the field a few times, but they had to be quite limited, didn't they? So, yeah, but still, I am really excited to see where things are going to go with Scully's return. So, with that said, let's get into episode 9, season 2. Let's go.
Stop. Go back.
It's gonna be Gollum back from the grave.
Tilt up and zoom in.
Oh shit!
Erickson. What the hell? Give me that.
What the shit?
Of the earth, peering into the fire where it all began.
You really want to die?
All
right.
Even than man's exploration of space.
I mean, it's Earth's origins and
It's
whatnot.
no mean claim. Whoa. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
We don't know. Whatever it was, disable
You
the
got
camera.
really giddy there,
The
Mulder.
temperature readings
Whoa.
are upwards of 130 degrees at this depth.
Shit.
But that was a...
I don't think it's a good idea for you to go.
Ooh,
Although
there
I
it
appreciate your
is.
concern,
There it is.
but I'm ready. I want to work.
Plus, it might take her
Maybe
mind
you
off
should take some
things.
time off.
Oh, hello. What the hell? What the hell? Whoa, you dick!
Do you always greet people this way?
I heard a noise, okay, I thought it was him. I was just trying to protect myself.
Him?
You know, self-preservation.
Well, who did you think I was that you thought you had to protect yourself?
Trepkos.
Okay.
I don't really think you'll find much in there. Abuse, anyway.
There's something up with these three. I mean, the new life form. You know what? It's the Silurians from Doctor Who. Hey, they've wanted to investigate the history of this Earth. They came first.
Dead, probably at the hands of another, you'd have to expect some heightened level of emotional distress.
Unless something
It's
got
more
to
than
them.
that. There's something they're not telling us.
Based on what?
Based on when Ludwig tried to play T-ball with my head, he knew I wasn't Trepkos.
I was gonna say though, like, surely he
You're
knew.
paranoid.
Bit extreme?
No one can leave.
Oh no, what the fuck? Oh shit!
Pearson, probably Erickson. I think we should come back from with a larger party.
I've been going over Trepkos' work, fragments mostly, but I found several references to a subterranean organism.
What are you talking
Yeah.
An unknown organism existing
New
within
life
a volcano.
form.
I haven't found anything yet that describes its specific...
Oh. Yeah, nothing could live in a volcanic interior, but what if there can be, right? But I'm just thinking back, like I said, this is giving ice vibes. So what if something has taken a hold of Trepkos? Just saying, I mean, similarities with because something got inside of as we know from Ice, something got inside of the people. We will not be and if we're doing that same shit again, where we're gonna have to remove something in a very grotesque fashion, I'm walking. I've just ate something. No, but we know that there was something living inside the hosts of the people in Ice. What if we're doing this same shit again? Where, like, despite Scully's skepticisms, what if there is something down there and it's just latching onto to Trepkos?
To the largest redwood tree.
Yes, but silicon is the closest element to carbon. It reacts almost identically with other elements the way it combines to form complex molecules.
Ooh,
the silicon-based life form in the deep biosphere has been one of the holy grails of modern science, and maybe Trepkos found it.
Mulder, that is science fiction. It's some elaborate construct from a delusional
You know what else
mind.
is? Aliens.
The only reason why I even came here was because of him. He promised me that this would be an adventure.
Well, you can say that again, just
That it
not
would
in
change
the
my life.
in the way you'd hoped.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Scully's a medical doctor. You should let her take a look at it.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Why don't you just let her take a look?
I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. What? What the fuck is? Oh no! It's gonna be something eerie again. Like an ice. Oh no. Wait. He's gonna die out here. Oh my god. Oh, is it gonna burst through its neck? Oh my sweet Jesus Christ! I'm glad I ate before this.
Silicon dioxide, the waste product of a silicon-based organism.
Wait a second. There's no such thing as a silicon-based organism.
Yeah, that's what Scully
Maybe now there
said.
is.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
We
she's
won't
changed
have
her tune.
conclusive proof.
Too disturbing even for him to understand.
This might explain something else, though. The spore could explain Trepkos' dementia. Fungi often contain alkaloids that can affect the nervous system.
Yeah, but well, what about us? I mean,
It's The Last of Us. It's The Last of Us. All over again. It's the cordyceps, isn't it? That's how it starts. You know, the mention of spores, the fungus, and all of that, and you know, this kind of infection. It's The Last of Us. Oh boy.
It's transmitted. How it incubates. If even one of us is infected, we could risk infecting a much larger population.
Do. Do. Yeah, Last of Us.
Search and Red could change everything we understand about the origin and evolution of life.
He's dangerous, Mulder. He's already killed 2 men.
There's a
Then
lot
I
of
have to find
curiosity.
out why.
Oh no.
Will you at least let me go with you?
No.
What are you gonna do,
Look,
bud?
I know what you're thinking, but you have to get past that. We both...
I can find him.
Well, why are you so eager to help me find him?
Oh, I'm not eager. I just don't feel like waiting around for Trepkos to do to me what he did to Pierce and Erickson. Plus, you've got the gun.
Oh boy.
You're the only one who can get us out of this place.
End it all once and for all. But the problem is, there's something a bit more.
Unless you know where you're going, you're like a rat in a maze.
Love it! What the shit? Ooh, shit! Yeah, you know what? This place ain't for the faint of hearted. There he is. Oh, heck.
Trepkos, he's already dead. How many times do you have to kill him?
What? What about the woman?
It's not him I'm trying to kill.
What about the woman? Yep, they're all infected. It's not just the one.
As these spores are ingested or inhaled by the host organism immediately upon their release, they become harmless.
No
effectively
outbreak.
Dead.
No Last of Us.
After when the spore's scattered, and as soon as Mulder and Lookwood come back, we can leave. I just need to run a few more tests, but I think we're gonna be okay.
I don't think Jesse's gonna be okay. You're just seeing it just grow from the neck, and it's like, ah!
Firewalker carried something back to the surface.
Yeah.
Firewalker brought up an elephant. The truth
Elephants could live in the volcano. I'm kidding.
is an man feels the trunk, says it's a snake.
What about you? What do you say it is?
I say the earth holds some truths best left buried.
Yeah.
Like the spore?
Yeah.
A new life form. In a single moment, everything that science held sacred suddenly turned on its head.
Yeah.
What about Erickson? If he was infected?
I was too immersed in the work to notice.
Shit.
Been alone.
But you weren't infected.
No.
You destroyed your work, transmitting equipment. You killed Pierce, so no one could leave.
So it can't
No
get
one
out.
can leave.
And that's why he's remained here.
Who's with O'Neill right now? Let me go to her.
She may already be infected.
No, we've done this dance before. Fuck's sake, you're gonna be difficult.
I can't let you leave.
Oh, heck. Oh, nah, that's, Jesus, this show comes out with some fucked up shit. Poor Jesse. Oh my god. There.
I told her it would change her life.
Ah. Just not for the better.
Oliver Sky. You won't talk.
He's gonna die with it. Yo! I mean, that's gonna be very skeptical for Scully, like, to have, yeah.
Scully and I are in the third day of a month-long quarantine, undergoing level 4 decon procedures.
A month long.
We are. The data collected from the Earth's interior will never be known.
Yeah,
And of the
for the
events that occurred
best.
at Mount Avalon between the 11th and 13th of November 1994, mine stands as the only record.
Yeah. Probably for the best. It's one of those situations, isn't it, where you just leave well enough alone. I mean, very early on, though, like I said, there were some very apt ice parallels. It was a really great episode, as was this. But there were some really apt ice parallels that got me thinking, okay, well, this is pretty relevant to that episode. And the more you think about it, the more it does become a very interesting idea that this could, like, surely the writers knew this and they tried to make this some kind of sequel, like Fire and Ice and all of that, right? Especially with the, you know, parasite infecting the people. So yeah, I mean, I think in previous episodes I do feel like there has been small ice references in my mind, but they're minor. This wasn't. This was like like I said, it's almost as if this was like the writers basically trying to recapture the magic with that episode, but make it fire. You know, I do feel so bad for Scully, though, because, I mean, she has just had her situation of her being abducted. She was in a coma, woke up from said coma, and wanted to get back out in the field again, only to end up in a month of quarantine. in regards to the fungus. So yeah. So you do feel so bad for her, you know, just to get benched again, but at least this is not going to like have an impact on future episodes, one would think. So yeah, but no, in all seriousness, it was really, really interesting in terms of going into this episode, and obviously there was going to be a lot of thoughts around Scully, I would say, coming into this. They didn't paint too much on her. I feel like in terms of any kind of concerns that might be happening in regards to okay, are you sure you're up for this and all of that? Because I do feel like you're going to be annoying if you keep asking every 5 minutes. So obviously the one time you're bound to expect it the one time, otherwise it would just feel silly and sloppy not including any mention of her abduction. But it's great. It was I think well handled, because I mean, again, it's like she's not gonna let any. She's. I feel like it might be addressed at some point further down the line, of course. But I feel like immediately back into the field, she wants to prove that I'm good. I'm good to go, and she's not gonna let anything deter her. And so she's gonna be focused on the mission. So, and hey, what a situation though, because it's a space of familiarity, I would say, in terms of, like I said, ice. So, like I said, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are going to be differences in this episode to Ice, but there was a lot of things that also made it look like, hey, it's brother or whatever, basically. So, yeah, I would say that obviously with Ice, it would probably be the better episode. But I mean, it was still like neat stuff going into this episode. I mean, I just can't get over the bloody thing that just emerged from the neck. So, I mean, as soon as you yeah, very early on, I was like, okay, well, it's already giving a little bit of a nice vibe in terms of like, you know, you got this thing, hey, they're digging up something, and it's more so, of course, researching the origins of the Earth, they said, okay, so something ancient and all of that, as long as they don't drill up something that will make me want to vomit. So, and of course that had to happen, didn't it? So it was just the neck, and like I worried it was gonna burst from the neck, and yeah. So, I don't know what's worse though, that or the worm from Ice. There are going to be parallels to that episode, so I'd want to say that is probably the worst one. I don't know, in terms of like messing you up, I guess. I mean, the worms aren't exactly a delight anyways, but I don't know. There is just something, I guess, I think it's xenomorph about it in terms of bursting from the neck, and yeah, and it's just the plume of spores as well that just release, of course. It's just kind of like, ugh. So I'd say that the one, I'd say, like I said, I think Ice stood out more than this episode, but I think if there's one plus that this episode does have over Ice, it's like the thing is more gnarly in terms of what it does to the people. Because that definitely was the case. So yeah, but yeah. Of course, like I said though, it's not the first time I have made mention about an episode relating to Ice. I mean, Darkness Falls is a great example of that, especially in terms of something that is like uncovering something and disturbing something that is ancient, and you know, all hell breaks loose. But I think this one, especially with the contained environment, especially with the infected people, and all of that, I think this definitely does, you know, have a bit more of a nudge towards. Yeah, but to be fair, like, I'd like to say that this does have a blend of Ice and Darkness Falls, just based on the fact that, remember what happened at the end of Darkness Falls? we had Mulder and Scully in quarantine, basically. Now, bearing in mind, they weren't close to death's door in this one compared to Darkness Falls, but they still had to go undergo quarantine, so I was just getting flashbacks to that, where they're like, yep, we're going to have to be quarantined. So it is great that, I mean, obviously in terms of the premise of Ice, and it's so similar to this episode to that episode. But again, there are little things that do differentiate itself as well, I'd say, from this episode and Ice. But also at the same time it incorporates, you know, elements like Darkness Falls. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I also couldn't get over the kind of idea of like cordyceps as well, like in terms of like this deadly fungus growing inside the spores and all of that, like those words, you know, being echoed and all of that, and this inability to leave and all and whatnot. It was just giving me vibes and all of that. Now, obviously, there was the conclusion that from Scully's findings, there was the conclusion that unless it is inhaled immediately, the fungus becomes harmless. But yeah, I mean, I just couldn't help but think we can't risk people getting out and all of that, and you know how nasty. Because that's it though. Like with those infected with cordyceps in The Last of Us, I mean, it's a pretty nasty experience, and it is here. So, except that these people just instantly die. They don't become like a zombie kind of character or whatever, and yeah, and they don't mutate from that. They just die instantly. So, yeah, but of course, like I said, you hear those, you hear them being infected. There's this fungus. They release spores and all of that, and there is a like even the style of it appearing from the neck and all of that was kind of giving vibes and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, there did lack the tension in, because you have to think back to Ice as well. Like I said, I know that there are going to be differences to that episode, but you think back to the hostilities that there was in that episode, like especially with how the worm, you know, affected the people. Whereas I would say there's a sense of paranoia here because, of course, you just don't know who could be infected, and you've got you've got like this whole dilemma of you know, wondering if it's just the one person, if it's just Peter that got infected, and yeah, and I feel like right up until yeah, right up until I think the final two, because of course Mulder took the other guy underground, and Trepkos dealt with him really, really quickly, and then that kind of gave you the idea that O'Neill was also infected. Yeah, it kind of gives you that, like, it doesn't give you that tense vibe, I would say, that Ice did, but enough to be like, oh shoot. So yeah, but with Ice, there was just a lot of aggression and there was a lot of hostility, and you know, with the aggression being turned up to 11 and all of that, you just have this kind of idea that, look, if we fuck up, we can't afford to fuck it up. So, and they took that hostility to 11. Like, especially if Mulder was infected. But that's it, though. I feel like, whereas, like, there was a huge guessing game, in terms of who could have been infected, whereas there was a situation where, well, they all could be infected. Again, I mean, yeah, you could argue that, well, it's still a case of who is infected, but again, with the aggression of the worm in that episode, it really heightens things in terms of making people really agitated and really aggressive in terms of, you know, accusing, especially with the self-preservation aspect for the worm as well. So yeah, but still, it was just really, really interesting stuff with this episode. So yeah. And, you know, even having, you know, some kind of connections with, like, Mulder and Trepkos as well, in terms of their curiosities, in terms, like, you saw how Trepkos was feeling guilty about what happened to O'Neill, wanting, you know, her life to be changed. I mean, it did, but for the worst. But there is this kind of, difference between them two in terms of their work of exploration just ends up with Mulder, he obtained a little bit of the of the truth, didn't he, as he said in his report, but it ends badly for Trepkos' side of things, whereas with Mulder, I wouldn't necessarily say it ends badly. So yeah, but there's also this whole idea of the truth is not always worth looking for, and sometimes it's best kept hidden, which is, you know, again, going back to Ice, leave well enough alone. Yeah, that's definitely the case. But also in terms of, you know, is that beneficial for Mulder in terms of, you know, with, because I don't know if he's still going to be, if he's still keeping what Scully went through. Well, I'm pretty sure he is, but just in case, I don't know if he's still got that on the top of his mind in terms of finding out what really went down, what happened when she was abducted, especially from aliens and all of that. That's really up Mulder's alley, as we all know. But that's it, though. Like, he's got to be curious to know what happened to Scully, but sometimes it's not always worth it, I guess. So, yeah. But yeah, it was just, it was just really, really interesting stuff this episode. Ice was better, but still really great, really nasty. Wish I never ate before this, but them's the risks, isn't it, when it comes to eating before reacting and all of that. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!